Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gospel with CD. So, guys, now that I have taken the time to read the executive orders that were signed by DT after he was inaugurated on the 20th of January 2025. So, there are three that caught my eye. Now, let's start with these two because I don't think they are much of our interest, but it's also good to know as a South African citizen in case you are thinking of moving to the United States for whatever reason. First one, it is the birthright citizenship. So, turns out that America has learned something from South Africa. I'm talking about DT, by the way. You learned something from South Africa that, wait a minute, when it comes to the citizenship of children born in the United States to non American parents, therefore, they're no longer going to be American citizens. Same thing here in South Africa. However, just like in South Africa, if one of the parents is an American citizen or a green card holder, meaning they have permanent residency in the United States, therefore the child will be an American citizen. Just like here in South Africa, just because you gave birth in South Africa and both of you are non South African citizens, it does not make the child a South African citizenship, Chidima. And if one of the parents is a South African citizen, therefore, the child is going to be a South African citizen. Same thing, same principle, same method that Donald Trump has put in place. Since as of the 19th of February 2029, children born after that date, they are not American citizens if the parents are not Americans. All right. So, from what I am understanding as well, is that you are having a bunch of states. I think that thus far is 26 states that are suing Donald Trump for this particular executive order because it's in violation of the American Constitution, I think Amendment 14, where it says any child that is born in the United States is automatically an American citizen. So now, obviously, this matter is going to be taken to court, and I think it will end up in the Supreme Court of the United States, equivalent of the Constitutional Court here in South Africa. I don't know. Some people are accusing the United States of becoming an oligarchy, and they think that, well, whatever it is that the people are thinking, and probably they're justified in their thoughts. I don't know. I'm not an American citizen, so I don't have that much authority or anything to say about that. And then the second executive order that is signed, it's about illegal immigrants. Now, I'm not going to talk about illegal immigrants of other countries, or maybe I should, because it affects every illegal immigrant. So, an illegal immigrant in the United States is a person that is not documented. Just like here in South Africa, if you are not documented, you are illegal in South Africa, especially if you are non-South African. Oh, well, I did arrive in the United States of America with a visiting visa, but all visas expire, right? So some people actually don't believe that the expired visa can get them into trouble or they lose the legitimate status. So they stay anyways until the police are going to knock on the door. So apparently there is a special wing that is called ICE that is given the authority to start arresting illegal foreigners in the United States. And the part that got me is that while you're busy worshiping in church, ICE could bust in and arrest illegal aliens. That also includes schools. And I'm thinking, what do you mean schools? You meaning like children born of illegal immigrants are also going to be arrested and deported? Is that what I'm hearing? And also, supermarkets, malls, streets, you name it, they are allowed to bust in and arrest you. That also includes house raids. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what South Africa should have done when it was doing those so-called raids. That we never saw Peace Airline flying back to green, white, and green, filled with it when they were doing those raids. Speaking of green, white, and green, they are so unhappy with this particular executive order, and yet they were the ones who were celebrating Donald Trump. But anyways, oh, it's none of my business. But other than that, that is the second executive order that I picked up, and it piqued my interest because it's very relative to South Africa as well. And I think South Africa needs to learn something from this so that it is also executed successfully. And then the third executive order, it is the United States withdrawing from who? I don't want to say the whole. If you know who is, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want YouTube to flag the video. So that means US aid that comes to South Africa. I think it's almost like 500 million rand or so, and which also contributes towards ARVs. Yeah, that money is gone, taken away. And we know who are going to be greatly affected by that when South Africa can no longer afford to give positive people ARVs, and most of whom they are non-South Africans. The reason why many Zimbabweans don't want to leave South Africa is because they get free ARVs from our clinics and hospitals. Now that Donald Trump has withdrawn at least over $500 million, now South Africa will have to find a donor so that they continue subsidizing ARV distribution. In fact, ARVs itself. And also, there are other unfortunate events that may also trickle down in the medical field here in South Africa since USAID it is withdrawn. And I think, of course, like I thought, Donald Trump is not happy with South Africa being part of the BRICS nation. So I think we are headed towards a very interesting relationship with the United States. That's all I'm going to say for the next 8 years. I think there are other monies as well that will be affected in our health system. And I think as well, of course, uh, doctors will remain unemployed, or those that studied medicine will remain unemployed for a very long time because of this withdrawal from WHO. I think WHO contributes about $1.5 billion to the South African health system. And since Donald Trump has withdrawn the US, WHO as well might start cutting down on some donations to other countries like South Africa. Yeah. So that one for me was a big shocker. I mean, this is not the first time that Donald Trump has withdrawn America from anything that has to do with the United Nations or something like that. But yeah, man, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, guys. Donald Trump is in the White House now, and it's his party, and he can cry if he wants to. And the rest of us will just have to watch the ripple effects of his presidency. But I think I trust South Africa and South Africa's position economically, whether he imposes 100% tariff on our goods, which I don't think it's going to be anything to worry about. I don't know. I don't think we should worry about that. Yeah, but let's see how it all goes. It's going to be interesting. It is now 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still up when I'm filming this video. And my voice is cracking. And I will see you guys when I see you. Please don't leave the video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Goodbye.